Welcome back to part 3 of building a CRM SaaS with Django. In the last video, we installed Python, VS Code and set up Git Bash. We are almost ready to code. Before we install Django, there is one critical step that separates professional developer with beginner who gets stuck in error hell. That step is a virtual environment. Today, I am going to explain exactly what a virtual environment is, why skipping this step will break your projects later, and how to set one up in seconds using the tools we installed in the last video. Imagine your computer's main Python installation is like a public library. If you install a specific version of a book, let's say Django version 4.0, into that library, everyone has to read that version. But what happens in 6 months when you start a new project that requires the latest Django version 5.0? If you upgrade the library, your old project A, might break because it depends on the old version. If you don't upgrade, you can't build project B. A virtual environment solves this. It creates a completely isolated box, a mini Python installation, specifically for one project. Project A gets its own box, project B gets its own box. They never touch each other and nothing breaks. Let's get practical. I'm going to create a folder for our CRM project. Let's call it Django SaaS CRM. Open up with VS Code. Now open up your terminal. Since we set it up last time, make sure you are using Git Bash if you are on Windows or your standard terminal on Mac. To create a virtual environment, we use a tool that comes built in with Python called venv. You don't need to install anything extra. Type this command. Let's break that down. Python -m venv tells Python to run the virtual environment tool. The second venv is just the name of the folder we want to create. You could name it pizza if you wanted, but sticking to venv or .venv is the standard convention. If you look at your file explorer now, you will see a new folder appeared called venv. This contains a fresh isolated copy of Python just for us. Creating the environment isn't enough. You have to enter the box. We call this activating the environment. This command is slightly different depending on your operating system. If you are on Windows, command will be source venv scripts activate. If you are on Mac or Linux, it will be source venv bean activate. So hit enter. Now look closely at your command. Do you see that little venv in the parenthesis at the start of the line? That is your proof. You are now inside the matrix. I mean inside your virtual environment. Anything you install now lives here. Let's verify this. Type pip list. See how clean this list is. You are only seeing pip version. So this is exactly what we want. One major warning for when we start using Git. Never upload your virtual environment folder to GitHub. It's huge and unnecessary. When we create our .git ignore file later, we will make sure to ignore this venv folder. If you need to leave this environment, just type deactivate. You now have a clean, isolated workspace for your development. You have avoided the future headaches and set up your development environment like a pro. In the next video, the real fun will begin. We will install Django in our virtual environment and write our first line of code for CRM SaaS. Hit the subscribe button and check the bell icon so you don't miss any video. If you find any difficulty in setting up virtual environment, drop a comment. I will help you out. See you in next one.